Hi everyone, welcome to our next tutorial on file formats. In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at some examples of different file types, and we're going to look at the properties of those files and how to open different file formats or file types. So let's take a look. I've got a folder here with a number of different files, and if I take a look at the very first one, file type 1 here, and click on that, if I right click, I can go all the way down to properties, and it tells me a number of things about that file. Here's the name of the file, file type 1. It tells me it is a JPEG image. That is a common photo image format, and if I double click that file, it will open with Photo Gallery. It also tells me the size of the file. It's 9.58 megabytes, and it tells me when it was created and modified. So it tells me some very important information about that file type. If I just click on cancel, and let's take a look at another one. If I take a look at file type 6, if I right click this and I go to properties, again, it gives me the name file type 6, and it tells me it is a Microsoft Word document, is a .docx. That's the file extension. And if I double click it, it will open with Microsoft Word. Its size is 94.1 kilobytes. And again, it tells me when it's created and when it's modified. If I cancel that one, let's go to file type 11, click on that, right click, go to properties, and it tells me it's a WMV file. Now, if you end up with a file type that you are not sure what that means, not sure what it's going to open with, remember you can always Google it. You can Google what is a WMV file, and the description should tell you what it is and possibly what program it will open with. In this case here, I can see if I double click it, it will open with VLC Media Player. Size of that file is 17.3 megabytes, and again it tells me when it's created and when it's been modified. So I'm just going to cancel that. Now the next thing is, if I double click this file, I can tell it's going to open with VLC because that's the logo for VLC. If I double click and have it open, yes, it is a video file. Now, what I could also do is I could open it up with another program if I want to use something different than VLC. To do that, I need to right click, and I'm going to go to open with. And when I do that, I get a list of programs that could potentially open this program. So I've got DivX Player, which is a video player. I've got VLC. I've got Windows Media Player. That file should open with those different software applications. If I go to Windows Media Player, and sure enough, it will open with that player as well. Now, sometimes you'll end up with a file that even when you double click it, it might ask you, what do you want it to open with? In other words, it doesn't know what you want to open the file with, or it maybe hasn't been set. So if we're not sure, we can try different programs. So for instance, if I go down to the bottom here and I click on Windows Media Player, Windows Media Player looks like this when you open it up. And notice at the top here for this version, it's got a play tab, it's got a burn tab, and it's got a sync tab. If I keep it on the play tab, it says anything I want to play, just try and drag it in this area here. So if I take file type 11, if I just click and hold it, so left click, hold, and just drag it into that area, sure enough, it does open that video file. So if you're having problems, you might have to Google what kind of file it is, try to figure out what kind of program you can open that file with. Finally, if I do want to zip a file, then I could take any one of these files. Let's say I'll take this one here. And if I right click, I can go to send to and then compressed zip folder. So what it will do is it will put it inside a folder and zip it so it can be emailed by any email server or sent electronically to someone else. It might take a little while to compress that file. When it's done, it will create a compressed file inside here. You'll see it as a tiny folder with a small zipper on the front. It's just about done zipping the file. And there, we can see that it created a zip folder. Here's the zip folder right here. It's got a folder with a small zipper on top. So those are some examples of commonly used file formats and properties of those files and what programs can be opened with those file formats. That's it for this tutorial. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.